number one, protein shakes. All right, so what do I think about protein shakes and are they beneficial? All right, so protein shakes are very beneficial. Do you need them? No, you can get adequate protein from eating like four meals a day with 30 to 50 grams of protein in each meal, and that should be surplus amount for the average man or woman in regards to their protein intake. Obviously it's worked off lean body mass, but for the average person that should be enough protein in their diet. So protein shakes are very cheap in regards to buying them in bulk and how much it costs for one to get 30 to 60 grams of protein in, and you can use them as a meal replacement and you can have them straight away. There's no cooking, you just add water or milk or whatever. So that's the benefit of having protein shakes. Overall they are very beneficial and they can help you get in your meat, they can help you meet your protein needs for the day. 2, protein absorption. So within the bodybuilding community and fitness community, there's a general underlying principle that people talk about. Your body can only absorb 30 grams of protein per serving or per meal. This is completely false, okay? So this comes from a concept of muscle protein synthesis. The process is started at and caps out at about 30 to 40 grams of protein. Obviously everyone is different because everyone has different amounts of lean body mass. So when it comes to protein intake, basically you just want to be focused on a nitrogen balance. So some people can eat 2 grams per kilo of protein and they'll still be under, have so much lean body mass. So with this, it's really about maintaining a neutral, if not a little bit above neutral, nitrogen level within your blood. So that's basically one of the biggest things when it comes to protein intake. So 20 to 30 grams, obviously muscle protein synthesis, MPS caps out at about that 20 to 30, 40, depending on how much lean body mass you have. But anything used after that will be used for different body processes, will be stored for energy, like all that kind of stuff. So like lifestyle in general, you're not going to be like, oh, I only need 30 grams of protein in this meal, so I'm going to eat a quarter of chicken breast, like a tiny little bit of chicken or whatever to get in your protein needs. It's completely false, okay guys? So just eat and focus on your daily macro intake for protein for the day, and then this should meet your needs, okay? Number 3, having protein straight away post exercise or even before exercise. So when it comes to muscle building and like meeting your protein needs and meal frequency, like kind of stuff, it doesn't matter. Meal timing, meal frequency doesn't matter. For the average person, for athletes it does, but for the average person that's going to the gym a couple of times a week just trying to get fit, it doesn't matter, okay? So there's studies out there that prove this wrong. The studies that are kind of on the right track that prove it right, that having a protein shake post-exercise can be beneficial to replenish like muscle glycogen and help with the process of muscle protein synthesis and like recovery and all that kind of stuff. Overall, you do not need it, okay? Okay, so the general consensus from one of the metadata analysis, from one of the metadata analysis Brad Schoenfield's done, he's pretty much said anything from 4 to 6 hours post-exercise is optimal for growth, and you want to have a wholesome meal, so you want to have fats and protein and carbs to replenish like everything within your body. So just having one macronutrient mightn't be beneficial depending on the type of exercise you carried out, whether it was like long steady state cardio or anaerobic activities like just lifting weights, you might be doing strength training, whatever it is. So you just want to cover all bases, okay? And you don't know what you're deficient in for the day compared to like what you ate yesterday or the day before. So you don't know. So a wholesome meal, and having a protein shake can be beneficial. And if you're not going to eat for like 6 to 8 hours after exercising, especially if you're fasting after exercise, so say you work out in the morning, you're fasting till lunchtime, like you want to get in some BCAAs. Like, so when you look at how your body metabolizes energy, so protein, it goes protein, BCAAs, and they're broken down further like into their single amino acids, so like L-glutamine, L-carnitine, and there's heaps of more. But just for the general consensus, just if you can afford it, have it, okay? Like have a protein shake, take protein post-exercise, but having it like straight after is not going to be any different from having it 2 hours later, okay? Whether it comes from like dairy or it comes from meat, it doesn't really matter, okay? As long as your daily intake of protein is being hit, that's what matters more. And having protein before your workout can be beneficial, but as I said, meal frequency and meal timings don't matter. The overall picture of getting your daily macronutrients in for the day is the most important thing. Number 4, how often should I eat protein? So some people think you have to eat protein, you can only have it once a day, or you can have it 6 times a day. So from Brad Schoenfield's study again, he's come through back for the metadata analysis. So there was one study that carried out, they pretty much directly infused BCAAs into the bloodstream for a certain amount of time, because previous thought was if you just keep continuously eating protein, you'll be anabolic, you'll be building muscle all the time. That's not right, okay? So the conclusion from this study was 4 meals at about 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal is optimal, but obviously that varies per person depending on their lean body mass and their goals and all that kind of stuff. So just sticking to that 1.5 grams to 2 grams per kilogram body weight. All right, so yeah, so you want about 30 to 50 grams, and then that should help you overall hit your daily intake of protein. Protein's not important. All right, so this myth is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so protein is the most important macronutrient. Anyway, I'm not going to delve right into the science, but I'm telling you, it is the most, next to fats, it is the most important. Like carbs are non-essential, but they have their place when it comes to performance, okay? And some body functions like with testosterone production and level and all that kind of stuff. But protein is so important, okay? Especially for muscle building, whether you're catabolic or anabolic, like just that recovery process. And when it comes to organ function and the ability to think, so like it has psychological and physical benefits, so it covers a broad range of things. So protein is the most important macronutrient, all right? That's why it's always set first when sorting out a diet. So we'll go protein, fats, carbs, okay? So that's why. But you can only have so much protein each day before it's non-beneficial, but everyone's different. So there's studies out there that show even eating up to 3 grams per kilogram body weight with some specimens or some subjects is optimal. So it's based off whether their blood pH level, their nitrogen level is even. Whether if they're nitrogen deficient, obviously they're going to be protein deficient. So just bear that in mind. So protein is very important. If you're feeling sluggish, you're not feeling the best, maybe up your protein and fats and drop your carbs down a bit. Play around with your macros to find out what diet suits your lifestyle and your performance the best.